degrees Celsius and 65% humidity. The air acted like a physical weight on the players. Norway walked onto the pitch riding a wave of extreme confidence. They had just eliminated the five-time champions, Brazil, cementing their status as the tournament's giant killers. Much of that success was driven by Erling Haaland, who entered the quarterfinal in peak form, boasting 7 goals in just 4 appearances. Thousands of traveling Norwegian supporters dominated the atmosphere in Miami Beach, bringing a loud, undeniable belief that their team was ready for the semifinals. Facing an opponent in peak physical form under a brutal Florida sun meant England had to survive a severe test of physical endurance to keep their tournament alive. For the first 30 minutes, England struggled to find passing lanes.
Norway's highly disciplined 4-5 mid-block neutralized Thomas Tuchel's offense. That structure yielded an opportunity in the 36th minute. Patrick Berg pressed high, successfully stripping Harry Kane of possession and catching England flat-footed. Norway quickly worked the ball wide to Andreas Schjelderup, who lofted a cross shot past an out-of-position Jordan Pickford, giving Norway a shock 1-0 lead. Kane stayed on the turf making frantic appeals for a foul, but the referee signaled to play on. Down a goal in punishing heat, England was forced to abandon their cautious opening strategy and take immediate risks to stay in the match. 2 minutes into first-half stoppage time, Jude Bellingham found space and drove home a crucial equalizer for England. The goal sparked immediate outrage from the Norwegian sideline. Manager Ståle Solbakken argued fiercely that the sequence, which began with a Norway goal kick, was compromised in mid-air. He claimed the goalkeeper's clearance had struck the thin suspension wires of the spider cam rig hovering above the pitch, altering the ball's path. To settle the dispute, FIFA relied on connected ball technology. Every official match ball houses a sensitive internal sensor. If the ball touches a wire, the data registers a heartbeat spike at impact. When officials reviewed the flight of the goal kick, the data showed a completely flat heartbeat during its entire time in the air. The objective data proved no contact occurred, directly overriding the visual assumptions and emotional claims made by the Norwegian camp. Norway's frustration compounded in the 56th minute when Torbjorn Heggem met a corner kick and buried what looked like the go-ahead goal, but the video assistant referee intervened. Footage showed Erling Haaland shoving Elliot Anderson to the ground while the ball was still stationary at the corner flag. A specific rule update for the 2026 tournament allowed officials to review fouls committed during dead ball stoppages, provided those fouls directly influenced the subsequent restart and goal. Following the new protocol, referee Clement Turpin wiped the goal off the board. The strict enforcement of a dead ball technicality kept the match tied, intensifying complaints that high-tech officiating was interrupting the natural flow of the sport. The score remained level at 1-1 after 90 minutes. As the match bled into extra time, the Florida humidity became the dominant factor on the pitch. England's center-backs employed a relentless defensive sandwich. By flanking him on both sides, they isolated Haaland and choked off his passing lanes. The strategy drained Haaland's energy. He registered a career-low touch count and visibly lost the explosive sprint speed required to break lines. Conversely, Jude Bellingham still had reserves. In the 93rd minute, he drove through the exhausted Norwegian defense to score England's winner. The physical toll forced a drastic measure. At the 105th minute, their manager substituted a dead-legged and physically broken Haaland out of the match. England advanced by neutralizing the world's most dangerous striker through tight marking and simply outlasting their opponents in the oppressive heat. The final whistle left Norway's keeper inconsolable on the turf, while Thomas Tuchel blew kisses to the English supporters in the stands. The post-match reactions split along national lines. English media celebrated Bellingham's resilience, contrasting sharply with Nordic headlines alleging a referee robbery. The record books will show that England reached the semifinals by legally executing a defensive masterclass against a star striker in brutal weather conditions. But the heavy reliance on sensor data and VAR reviews ensures we are left asking whether this match will be remembered for the brilliance of the players or the technological controversies that governed them.